out there, YouTube? Double D here with Tournage du Bois. Welcome back. I've got this awesome burl piece. I do not know right off the top of my head what kind of wood this is. It's a deep red, very heavy. So I'm thinking it's like a brown mallee or something like that. I don't know. If I figure it out, I will definitely let you all know as we go. If you have any thoughts, please leave those comments down below as to what you think this is. At any rate, this is a nice square piece. I don't want to waste too much of it. So I'm going to do a winged bull. I know I've done a lot of winged bulls recently, but I like a winged bull, especially with an amazing piece like this, and I want to keep as much of the figurine visible as possible. There's only this one little spot, which that's obviously going to come off, but if we do a wing right, we can get part of that maybe into the wing incorporated. So at any rate, let's get rolling. So the first thing we'll do, of course, is our center finder. Find as close to center as we possibly can. And then we will use that to get the faceplate mounted up. We have our handy tool from Todd over at Duke of Heritage. I'm going to put a link to his channel down below, as well as to his website. This is that center finder piece that mounts in, that you just screw into the faceplate that you're going to use. So we're just going to mount this in, and that's going to get us dead center. So I use that hole punch. That little point's just going to come right through just barely. We'll put that in the center point. I'm going to back it out just a little bit so I can get that now down nice and set. And I can't move that side to side, so that's in there really good. I'm going to mark these holes, then we'll drill it out and we'll get some screws in and get that going. So I won't waste your time with that, but this center finder is amazing. It is available on his website to purchase. All right, welcome back everybody. So obviously, as you saw, I was in the process of needing to cast this, so I made a custom mold. there was a little tiny leak from this corner. So I had to top it off with a second pour, but we're gonna get this frame cut off of here and get this out of the mold. This is the little bit that we had that obviously isn't necessary, but we'll get this on the lathe, get this cut out of the mold, and then we'll get back to turning. As you can see, I used a good amount of hot glue. I want to say it was approximately 10 sticks of hot glue that I used just to make sure that any leaks would be super minimal. And it was super minimal, so I'll call it a win. All right, so we have that sanded at 80 grit. That's the only grit we're going to do because we're going to do a resin finish, but I'm going to do some sanding sealer, which will help keep air bubbles from coming up out of the wood as it cures with the resin. It'll also help not absorb a whole lot of resin into the wood because the wood is super dry. That way we can just minimize some unnecessary waste when we are putting our resin finish on. There are a few very small holes where the resin didn't quite get in because of how thick the piece was. So I'll be using a little bit of black Star Bond on those spots. I will do that off camera though. Maybe I might show you a bit of it. All right, we're gonna let that dry up and then we'll come back and do the next step. All right, and welcome back. We are now gonna use our Star Bond Black. If you need some Star Bond, check out that link below in the description. We can get you a 15% off discount off of your order. There's only a few places I'm gonna touch up with any of this. All right, now we have that sanded up to 320 grit. So we're now going to hit it with our denatured alcohol. Just clean that up a bit. Get the dust out of it, stand the grain up just a little bit, and then we will hit it with our 400 grit and our abrasive paste. Now, I originally thought I might do a resin finish, but decided I wanted to keep the tactile feel of the wood with the resin. So not going to do that for the finish. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to do the Tung wax finish from Brad's or if I'm going to do the polymerized Tung oil finish. But either way, we will find out when I decide here in a bit. Talking with my buddy Sid, I am 95% sure this is a Redgum Burl from Australia. I did get it at, I guess it was kind of an estate sale where someone was just selling off their inventory at the local woodcraft. So it wasn't labeled or anything. I saw it and immediately fell in love with it, which is why I got it. So turned out really well. I will say in hindsight, I should have just cast the whole thing before I started turning it, but I wanted to try and keep it natural if I could. So we'll let that dry and then be back with 400. And we have our abrasive paste from Brad's Workbench. I talk about this all the time, so those of you who have watched for a long time know. Brad has my go-to finish. The abrasive paste, of course, is a must as well. But if you have not tried it out or are interested in trying it, look for the link in the description down below. And check it out. Coupon code DD10 will get you a 10% off discount on your purchase. This abrasive paste is approximately 12 to 1500 grit equivalency, so it's going to make this almost as smooth as glass. All right, and for our finish, we're going to use the polymerized Tung oil. So we will put this on, rub it around, and let it set. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that project where we took that piece of Redgum Burl, cast it in the resin, partially turned it, cast it in the resin with the custom mold, which I left that part out, and then finished turning it. First of all, big shout out to Sid over at Sid's Repurposing. I'll put a link to his channel right up here. He's the one who showed me some of his Redgum pieces that makes me 95% sure this is actually Redgum. Second of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to my good friend and fellow artist, Jen, over one last piece. I'll put her Instagram right up here at the bottom of the screen. I just want to give her a big shout out for helping me pick the color. I hadn't decided what I wanted to use. She suggested this teal blue color. I'm not great with color theory, so really glad I followed your idea. I did put that out for some other people and other people confirmed it. So, you know, you are awesome. I appreciate it, Jen, for the feedback in that. But here is the finished winged bull. It is approximately 9.5 inches, 10 inches corner to corner, and it is approximately 4.5 inches deep. Just beautiful with the blue in that, just the winged bull, that tung oil finish. The polymerized tung oil cures up in about 8 hours. It's really, really good. I really like it. It's durable. I've put it on other things as well. So definitely something I liked, but I really like that blue. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. What do you think of the whole piece, the project, all that stuff? Is there anything that you would have liked to have seen that I left out? Building a custom mold, I will say, is not super fun, but if that's kind of thing that helps you, I'll be happy to make a video on building custom molds or anything like that we need to do. So just leave that feedback down below. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. But like I said, leave your feedback down below, and we'll catch you all next time.